Okay guys, welcome to session number 6 of the Spartan lockdown sessions. So the usual things apply guys, okay, so pay attention to what you've got underfoot. So obviously you're training at home or you're training in your garden. Make sure there's something that you're not going to be slipping, sliding all over the place, so that you can that you're going to be safe while training. Any injuries, any illnesses, anything that I need to be aware of, guys that are on the Zoom, just try and get me attention. I'll find an alternative for you if I need to. But other than that, guys, we're going to get going the same way we've got going over the last few sessions. Is starting off with a little bit of stability work. So all I want you guys to do, we're just going to go into that single leg deadlift where we alternate sides. You can do five on each side. Just keep alternating for as many rounds as you can in 2 minutes. So I'm starting the timer now. That single leg deadlift is balancing on one foot and just into that. Touch the shoelaces, come back up. You can go for 5 on one side or you can alternate sides every single rep, but it's just that stretch out each time. Try to, as much as you can, keep your back flat, okay? Don't allow yourself just to creep into that rounded over position. Just that single leg deadlift. Let's adjust that ever so slightly. So again, try and get both hands down, touch the shoelaces, control back up. The standing leg, try not to have it completely straight. So try not to have it locked out, because you'll be very seldom in the rugby field where you'll be running on a fully extended leg. So slight bend in the knee, trying to get that stretch through the hamstring, so pushing the hips back into it. 45 seconds gone. Play about with your balance, play about with it so you can have, you can go for multiple reps on one side, try and stay on one foot the entire time, or you can just swap from side to side. This is good. So again, even if you are off balance, that is still actually practicing and still actually working on that level of stability. So even if you are wobbling, you're actually practicing that balance. You're building that stability in the ankle, around the knees, around the hip. Try to keep that foot flat as you can. Each time you come up to fully standing and then back down again. So another 30 seconds. And we're going to come into that box hop, guys. Okay, so that box hop. So that is where you draw that imaginary cross on the floor, that imaginary X on the floor, and you're going to try and jump into the 4 quadrants of that there. But you're going to do it from that hop position, okay? So keep going to that stiff-legged deadlift, that single leg deadlift for another 15 seconds or so. But when I say change, what you do is you're going into that hop where it becomes forward, right, backwards, left, okay? There's 2 ways to do that. So you could do it like I did there, so you're sticking the landing each time, or you could just go where you spring into each rep, okay? Off we go, guys, off we go. So we're into that hop in that quadrant, okay? So 1 forward, 1 right, 1 backwards, 1 left. Do twice around the square, excuse me. As soon as you've done twice around the square, swap legs and just keep alternating, okay? So again, doesn't matter if you don't get it exactly right, but there are 2 different ways to do it. So again, you try and stick the landing, where you land it, stick the landing, you land it, backwards and across. If you got that dead easy, come into that forward, side, back, cross. Yep. So you try and string those reps together. 2 minutes, swap as often as you feel is necessary. So don't feel like you have to keep going for the entire 2 minutes. Just try and squeeze in what you can. John, if you're actually sat there watching with crisps, I am going to kill you next time I see you training. 3 minutes in altogether, guys. 1 more minute of this one. So again, just taking that little bit of practice. What we're going to come into is a single leg squat in the next round. So a single leg squat. So all I want you guys to do in the next one, still got another almost a full minute of this. Balance it on 1 foot, and all what you do, guys, is just squat as low as you can without letting that other foot touch the floor. If you've got more flexibility than me, you might be able to go into a full pistol. Okay, I don't have that flexibility, but I'm working on it. But I'm just working on that single leg squat, that knee stability, single leg balance. I'm going to go for 5 reps on one side, and then I'm going to go for 5 reps on the other. Just keeping that under tension as much as you can. Just trying to keep that balance under control, just down as low as you can and back up. So we're going to change into that one in 15 seconds. So remember, this is just the warm-up. Take your time through it, don't rush. All we're looking to do is kind of prepare ourselves for what we've got ahead. So ready and change. So we're into that single leg squat. So if you've got good flexibility, you could stick your other leg out in front, come into a full pistol. I haven't quite got the flexibility for it, but what you can do is, actually there is a few options. If you don't have that flexibility, let me grab a book or something. As an example. And of course, you can't find anything suitable. Actually, there we go. So if you don't have the flexibility to do a full pistol, what you can do is if you have something padding underneath the heel, so I've just rolled up a top here, pop that underneath your heel so it tips you forward slightly and it gives you the option of doing a full pistol. Not quite for me, just need a little bit more height, and it's that pull up and back down each time. So you're working between those two, so alternating sides, but again, single leg squat, low as you can, back up. Low as you can, under control, back up. Keep your foot flat on the floor the whole way through so you're not trying to rise up on the toes. So it's not a lunge yet, so you're keeping one foot floating in the air as low as you can get it. If you can, under control, now it is tough, if you can get knee right down onto the floor, my foot still isn't touching the floor, try and drive back up from that position. That's a real challenge one. But again, don't feel you have to because we are still in the warm-up. So, if any of you guys is watching on split screen, you can see John sitting there watching with a packet of crisps, which is just weird. I might actually kick him off if he stays on. Okay guys, so keep going. You got another 15 seconds, and we're going to come into a press-up position. And all I want you guys to do is just go into a press-up and rotate. So we're going to swap over into that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So into a press up and rotate. So we're into that side plank, trying to create that straight line, turn the hips and the shoulders. Okay, so you're not just trying to turn the shoulders themselves. So it's not that movement, it's that movement where you turn your whole body to the side, back down, chest to the floor, up and across each time. That's good. So again, this is still the warm-up, so don't feel you have to absolutely hammer this point, okay? So if you need just to stop, shake out, relax, do it. Now is the time to do it, because I don't want you doing this when we move to the more intense stuff in a few minutes. We've got one more, which is going to be a little bit upper body and lower back related. So it's going to be that kneeling press up flow. So if you've got a mat or a pad, or even if you're on carpet, that should be okay. You'll be doing press ups from your knees and back into child's pose on each rep. Okay, so we've still got another minute of that press up and rotate. So one more minute of that press up and rotate. So we're still going for that full press up, chest to floor, up, rotate, back down. Try and make them as smooth as you can, controlled as you can each time. That's down, chest on the floor, back up. Our next exercise, in 30 seconds, you're going to be on the knees, you're going to push back into child's pose, and then forward into a press up, and straight back into child's pose, and you're going to try and flow through those for just 1 minute. So it's just going to be that back, forward. Just trying to flow through them as much as you can. So you just move between those two positions. Going to swap over in 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So on the knees, push back into child's pose, forward into a press up and back. And you're just going to work between those two positions. Each time you push back, you can hang out for a while in there, work on that lower back flexibility. Feel that stretch, trying to push your chest down to the floor. If you find that, you find it's easy, come back into the press up and flow forward and back, and just keep moving through the whole set. So we're only doing this one for 1 minute. We're doing this one for 1 minute. Okay guys, so what we've got is 2 fairly intense blocks to start off with. Then it comes down, the intensity comes down a little bit after that. Okay, so 2 intense blocks to start off with, but we'll go through that in a minute. So you'll have a minute to recover. What we've got, guys, is 4 minutes, a minute's rest, and another 4 minutes for the first block. Time. Okay guys, take yourself a minute to rest. So you've got 3 exercises in this block. You're only going to do them for 20 seconds at a time. Okay, so you're going to do high knees. So again, I want that aggression brought into it. So this is the one, Tom, where you're probably going to be feeling the legs. But again, we've moved past it, okay? So it's going to be tough. So 20 seconds of high knees, 20 seconds of a squat variation. I'll go through more of that as we go through. And 20 seconds of burpees. So we're really going for it in this first block. So you've got 20 seconds of high knees, which will be just leaning back, driving those knees up above waist height for 20 seconds. As soon as you've done 20 seconds, it'll be straight into 20 seconds of squats. Following 20 seconds of squats, straight in 20 seconds of burpees. Really going for it each time. So going in 10 seconds to start with. So 3, 2, 1, high knees, off we go. So first round, we're just going to go with high knees, but we can change that as we go through. So you can have a cardio variation. So as long as you're doing some form of cardio that gets your heart rate up, so if you've got a skipping rope, if you've got, you want to do jumping jacks instead, you can do that. Same for the squats, we can do different variations. So squats, off we go, let's go. So straight in, 20 seconds. So you could keep it simple, just regular up, down squats, or you can add in a little bit more to it. We add in a little bit of a spring, or a big bit of a spring, where we come into squat jumps. You can come into any squat variation that you want out of those. Ready, and burpees, off you go. So it's only 20 seconds at a time, so we're straight onto those burpees. Again, judge these as you see fit. So if you want to really go for it, go chest to floor, straight back up. Oh, you want it a little bit easier, don't go chest to floor. You need it even easier than that. Hands down, step out, step in, stand up. Okay guys, back to those high knees, go. So we're straight into those high knees, really going for it. That's it. So again, your other options would be your jumping jacks or your spotty dog. So really going for it with those. And squat variation, off you go. So it's only 20 seconds at a time. So these rounds go past quick. So you want to change into each exercise like that every time. So you want to get right into it as quickly as you can. So going back into those burpees. Now, off you go. So like I say, straight into it each time. So the quicker you can get into each exercise, each station, the faster you can move on, the more work that you will get done. This is 2 rounds, we're back into those high knees. Now, off you go. So another 2 rounds to go before you get a rest. So we're still doing those high knees. Again, you could go jumping jacks or those spotty dogs. You know, something to get your heart rate up. You got a skipping rope and you're in the garden, grab a skipping rope and get going. And squats, off we go, let's go. So again, whatever variation you want, you can go narrow squats, feet and knees together. That's an option for you. You could go wide. You could go for exploding squats. You can go for whatever variation you want. So you got 1 more round of each exercise. And burpees, off you go. Technically 2 rounds of burpees. So off we go into those burpees. We got 1 more round of each exercise. Then you get a minute to rest. And then we're going to do the exact same round for a second time. So let's keep moving. That's it guys, keep working, I'll let you know, don't worry. And change, back into high knees for the final time. High knees for the final time, or different cardio exercise. So whatever cardio exercise you choose, you can do that as your optional extra. Just make sure you're pushing the pace. I want you to try and keep that heart rate up as much as you can. Ready? And squats, off we go. So we're into those squats again. Hips down, coming back up. So again, try and keep legs under tension. So I don't want to see people standing up and spending time just shaking the legs out. It's 20 seconds of work. You get a minute to rest at the end of this, not in the middle of it. 2, 1, and burpees. Off we go. So 20 seconds of burpees, as many reps as you can. And then guys, you have got a full 60 seconds to rest. A full 60 seconds to rest. So we've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Let's go. Rest, 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 rest. You get a full minute to recover. We've then got another block, another 4-minute block. That is exactly what we've just done, okay? So we're going to go for those high knees or cardio variation our squat variant, and our burpee variant, okay? So any one of those three. The key thing I want to see in this one is that you keep moving, you keep working. So if you have to choose an easier version, do it, okay? So do an easier version. I'd rather see you keep moving with an easier version than do a hard version and keep stopping to give yourself a little bit of a break. So we're going to try and build up that cardio base. Still 30 seconds to rest, but we're starting off with those high knees, jumping jacks, spotty dogs. If you've got a skipping rope, grab a skipping rope. You know, if you've got an exercise bike, you could do it by jumping onto the exercise bike and then jumping off again at the end of 20 seconds. It's up to you. Use what you've got. 10 seconds. Get yourself ready. So going again in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So it's 4 minutes. Off we go. Make sure, yep, timer is go. So again, I'm choosing jumping jacks for this first round. Just trying to push that pace. Trying to get as many reps in as I can. Last couple of seconds and squats. Off we go. So straight into those squats, 20 seconds. So it's full squats right the way to the floor, right the way back to standing each time. Keep moving. So again, use whichever one you feel is necessary. So if you can do squat jumps all the way through, go for it. If you can do tuck jumps all the way through, go for it. But don't feel you have to. Ready? Burpees, let's go. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And high knees, off you go. Back into the cardio. Let's go. So straight back into it. So straight back into whatever cardio. So either high knees, jumping jacks, or spotty dogs. That's good. So it's only 20 seconds at a time. You give it hell for leather. 4 minutes of work. And if you can handle 4 minutes of work, guys, there are very, very seldom periods in rugby where you'll have to work for more than 4 minutes at a time. Ready? And squats. Off you go. So straight into those squats. So you'll either be stopped for a scrum. So Rob, you're going into squats there for me. And we're going into those chest to floor burpees in 2, 1, off we go. Let's go straight into those burpees now. So straight into those burpees, hands down, feet out, feet in, explode up. So straight into those burpees. If you need the easier version, so if you're tiring out, just come into hands down, step out, step in, stand up, okay? So a much lower impact version. Ready? And high knees, let's go for it. High knees, let's go. So straight back into those high knees. We're 2 rounds in. 2 rounds left to go. So whether it is whether it's in touch, in contact rugby, whatever version you're playing, there is very seldom where the ball will be in play. It'll either be stopped for a free, a line out, sorry, a penalty, I should say, a line out, you know, a scrum, something will stop playing, you'll get a little bit of rest. Okay, ready? And squats, off you go. So we're into those squats. Let's go for it. This is good. So again, just getting whatever version you can. So go for the most challenging version you can maintain for 20 seconds. Doesn't matter how easy that happens to be. So we're back into burpees now. Off you go. So we're back into those burpees. Let's go. That's good. Hands down, feet out, feet in, explode up. If you need to do the step back version, it's absolutely fine. It's about keeping moving. Ready? Last set, high knees. Off we go. Last set of high knees. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Quick as you can, guys, on Zoom. Let's get moving. So straight in, get yourself moving. Full 20 seconds. Don't allow yourself to stop. And squats. Off we go. Straight into those squats. So again, setting that pace. Trying to keep yourself moving. Trying to keep those quads under tension as much as you can. 5 seconds, and you got 20 seconds of burpees to finish off. Change, let's go into those burpees. Hands down, feet out, feet in, jump up, let's go. This is good. And again, I've said this in a few of the sessions so far. What's more like rugby than getting your arse on the floor and then having to get back up again? Let's keep going. Time, okay guys, time. Nice work. 4 minutes of work, done. So 8 minutes across that whole block. You get a minute to rest, then we move into another block. Now, For this one, we're only going to do 2 minutes, or 2 rounds on each one. So it's going to be 2 minutes, a minute of rest, and another 2 minutes. What we're going to go for is a mountain climber. I'll demo that in a second. A mountain climber, a press up, and a squat thrust. Those are your 3 exercises. So a mountain climber, knees come in towards the elbows. So swapping feet mid-air. You can also do the version where your feet land wide and you come into that wide mountain climber. Press up, any variation on the press up is acceptable. So it's going to be, you can do diamond, you do narrow, you can do normal, you can go for wide. Again, it's 20 seconds of press ups, and then you got squat thrusts, which is going to be both feet in, both feet out, or both feet in, both feet out. Those are your choices, okay? So it's 20 seconds of each, 2 rounds all the way through. That makes sense? Of course it does. We're going to get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers, off we go. So straight into those mountain climbers. So knees down in between the elbows. Try and keep your hips down. Don't let your hips get too high up in the air. That's good. Keep moving. So we're into press ups in 5 seconds. 5 seconds. That's good. Try and keep your knees pretty close to the floor. Time. Press ups. Off you go. So we're straight into press ups. Whichever variation you choose is up to you. You can go for, narrow, normal, wide, clap press ups, 1 arm press ups. And when you want to show off, you can go for it. It is up to you. And squat thrusts, off you go. So both knees in, both knees out, off you go. So same as the mountain climbers, but both knees at the same time. So both knees in and out at the same time. Let's keep going. That takes us all the way to the end of the minute. You got 1 more minute, then you get another rest. And change back into those mountain climbers. 1 knee at a time, off you go. So 1 knee coming in at a time. Basically the same exercise, try and swap feet mid-air, and then get that speed up. So it's like a sprint that you're at on the floor. So let's keep going. Looks good, guys. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And press ups, off we go. Into those press ups straight away. So straight away into press ups, whichever variation you choose. So you can go for single arm. If you really want to show off, go for clapping press ups. I've yet to see anybody try the triple clap where you do 3 claps. 1 in front, 1 behind, and a 3rd one in front again. And squat thrusts, off we go. So both knees in, both knees out at the same time. Off we go. So keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. So these ones here, guys, okay, they're just about keeping that work rate up. They're just about getting that heart rate up and keeping the heart rate up. Let's keep going. Time, we're back to those time. We've got 1 minute to recover. 1 minute to recover. Okay, so you've done 1 block. You're on to block number 2 next. So it's the same 3 exercises. You got your mountain climbers, press ups, squat thrusts. Mountain climbers, press ups, squat thrusts. And then we move on to something completely different. So it's only 2 minutes before we move on to the next bit again. Everybody feeling all right? Good, couple of thumbs up anyway. So same things again, guys, okay, same things again. So you still got 20 seconds to recover, so if you do need a drink, now's the time to get it. Okay, so I don't want to see you getting a drink mid-circuit. That being said, there's not a whole lot I can do about it if you decide to. Okay, 5 seconds, guys, and we're into those mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1, mountain climbers, off we go. So it's only 2 minutes of work. So you've only got 2 rounds of mountain climbers total. Try and get the knees in as close to the elbows each time. Now, for the guys on Zoom, you're all looking pretty good. Guys on YouTube, if you find that your top starts sliding up and sliding up and sliding up, it's because you got your arse too high in the air. So bring your bum down. Okay, guys, switch over. Press ups, off we go. So straight into those press ups again. You shouldn't require too much changeover. You're in basically the same position for the mountain climbers as you are on the press ups, so just get straight into it. If you need to drop to the knees, again, absolutely fine. I just want to see you keep moving. Keep under tension. The only type of press up I don't want to see is where your arms are straight out to the sides, putting excess pressure in your shoulders. Try and keep your arms tucked in a little bit more, even close into the sides if you want, but just creating that arrow shape between your shoulders and your elbows. And squat thrusts, off we go, squat thrusts. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go for it. So don't worry, I'm going to make the leg and the press ups really short because I actually accidentally made that one a bit too long. Okay guys, and mountain climbers, let's go, let's go, let's go. So we're into those mountain climbers. So I made the last round of press ups a bit too long, so this one will be a lot shorter. Keep going. So into those mountain climbers fast as you can. It's not long at all. Ready? Press ups, off you go, back to those press ups, let's go. It's going to be a really short round of press ups. It's only going to be 10 seconds because I went too long on the press ups previously. Let's keep going, and squat thrusts, let's go. Final round of squat thrusts. It's going to be 30 seconds this time to make up for the time we missed in the last round. So that's the payoff, unfortunately. It's going to be longer doing these because we had a much shorter round on the press ups, but it's still only going to be 2 minutes altogether. So both knees in, both knees out. So either try and land your feet flat on the floor if you can in that frog position, or keep the feet narrow. But it's knees to elbows and then straight back out into press up position. Last couple of seconds, and time, and time, and time, and time, and time, and time. You got another full minute to rest, another full 60 seconds. We're looking good though, guys. Okay, so you've only got 2 exercises in the next round, and this one's up to you to count. So you're going to start off with 1 squat jack and 1 burpee. No, sorry, 1 get up, 1 get up. So 1 squat jack and 1 get up. When you come back up from your get up, you're going to do 2 squat jacks, but 1 get up. It's always going to be 1 get up, but I'll demo that in a second. But you're going to try and get 1 higher with the squat jacks every single time. So for instance, the first couple of rounds would just be 1 squat jack, where it's just 1. As soon as you've done that, that's 1 get up. So then I've got to do 1, 2 squat jacks. Still 1 get up, and then it becomes 1, 2, 3 squat jacks and 1 get up, and it keeps climbing and climbing and climbing across the 3-minute block. Does that make sense to everybody? Clear as mud. Okay, getting ourselves going. We've already gone over a minute, so you've had more than a minute's rest. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So 1 squat jack. So you land, when your feet land wide, that's when you squat, and they spring together and then apart again. Then it's 2 in the second round, so it becomes feet wide when you squat, together, wide and squat. So it's a nice spring every time they come into the middle, to spring back out again. So it's that into the middle, spring out, into the middle, spring out. So this is 3 minutes, non-stop, keeping yourself moving, trying to get up as high as possible. Obviously, guys, take into account your environment. So if you're close to a sofa, close to a table, close to anything you can crack your head off, maybe go for a different variation. So another variation of that get up is not to lie onto your back. Slightly tougher. It's just to sit down, but stay seated and then come back up. So you take that roll backwards out of it. So you take that risk of cracking your head out, you sit down and then stand back up from that position. So remember, it's a squat jack each time, so every time your feet go wide, make sure there's a squat. So it's not just a jumping jack with the feet go in and out, it is a squat jack. That's good, so get the hips down each time, that's good. And then back up. You are halfway through, 1.5 minutes in, 1.5 minutes left to go. Let's keep working. That's it. I got a couple of very disappointed looks when I said 1.5 minutes in, 1.5 minutes to go, but unfortunately that's what halfway means. So you've still got as much to go. This is good work, guys. Keep going. When you're doing those get-ups, try not to use your hands. If you're really struggling, stick your hand on the floor, use that to climb off, okay? But do your best to not use your hands. This is good. Keep going, guys. Okay, you're 2 minutes gone. 2 minutes gone. You got 1 minute left to go with this one. 1 minute. Again, these are short blocks. You don't get to rest mid-block, but you will get to rest at the end. So let's keep working. Let's keep working. There's some notes. Nice job. 40 seconds remaining. 40 seconds remaining. Let's keep going. 30 seconds to go. So we've still got that squat jack. Hopefully by this time, guys, you should be right up at the near the double figure mark. So maybe up at 10 reps, maybe not that far. Again, getting in what you can, getting in what you can. You got 15 seconds. Let's keep going right to the very end. Don't allow yourself to stop. You will get a minute to rest. Grab yourself a drink to loosen off. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay, guys, time. Job done on that one, job done on that one. We got another 3-minute block. Another 3-minute block. This time it's going to be press-ups and 1 burpee. So every time it's going to be 1 burpee. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 press-up, 1 burpee, 2 press-ups, 1 burpee, but every single time, okay? So again, to go through an example of it, it'll start off 1 press-up, 1 burpee, 2 press-ups, 1 burpee, 3 press-ups, and so on. You're working your way up that line for 3 minutes, okay? For 3 minutes, getting in as many reps as you possibly can. Okay, 15 seconds to rest. We're going to get ourselves going again in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 press up, 1 burpee. 2 press ups, 1 burpee. 3 press ups, 1 burpee. So the press ups go up, up, up. The burpee always stays at 1. If you want to make this more challenging, you know, you're more than welcome to. The press ups go up by 2 if you want to add more of a challenge. This is good, okay? So each time with that burpee, try and make the jump as part of the standing up. That's good, Ian, nice work. So, just taking it as smooth as possible. So again, you judge this based on your own fitness level. So don't feel like you have to launch yourself around if you feel you're not at that level yet. But I want you to keep moving. So even if your press-ups are on your knees and your bum is being left in the air, it doesn't matter. So you just do your press-ups again, just like we've been doing. When you've done your required number of press-ups, you then step in, stand up and back down and reset. That's probably the easiest version that you can do. And you're working through that as quickly as you can. Okay, you get in as much as you can. It doesn't matter if you are like jumping up, banging your head off the ceiling because you're that explosive. You just keep yourself working. You're almost halfway through, This is looking good, guys, okay? So you've only got 4 minutes left at the end of this block. Well, 5 if you count your minutes rest as well. But you're halfway through now. You get 1.5 minutes for this to go. Then you get a minute's rest. It's nice work. This is good. Are you wearing moldies to training? I'm loving that dedication. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going, keep moving. 1 minute left to go, 1 minute left to go. So we still got 1 minute to go. Let's keep moving. I'm loving that. That is somebody who's really missing the rugby field. Let's keep going. Like I say, guys, at the end of this minute, so at the end of this 40 seconds even, you will have a full minute to rest. And then we've got our final 4 minutes, okay? And there will be much more rest in between in this one. 30 seconds in. Come on, let's keep going. Just keep squeezing. Doesn't matter if you have to change that easier version of a press up. Just keep working. 15 seconds. That's all you got on this one. Let's keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. A minute to rest. Okay. So what we've got, guys, to finish off, okay, the last block is 4 minutes long. You're going to do 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. Okay, so 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. What you're going to do is do 2 rounds of each exercise, and I'll go through the exercises as we go. Okay, so your first 2 exercises, so rounds number 1 and rounds number 2, will both be squat kicks. So a squat kick, guys, is just going to be deep squat. As you come up, big kick up in front, squat, big kick up in front, squat, big kick each time. Try and get the foot as high as you can each time. So that's squat and kick. That is round number 1 and round number 2. So we'll be going for that in 15 seconds time. Good, going for it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 20 seconds of those squat kicks. Off you go. So squat, big high kick, squat, big high kick each time. Try and get that kick into the center. Looks good. Squat, big high kick every time. Good. Let's keep working. Time, 10 seconds to rest, 10 seconds to rest. So rest for 10. Okay, and then we got another round of this one, then it's done. So 2, 1, off you go. Let's go. So we're back into it again. Second and final round. Your next exercise, so rounds number 3 and 4 are going to be bicycle crunch. So just, there we go for the YouTube video. So lower back into the floor, elbow to opposite knee and across. So it's that bicycle crunch is your next exercise for number 3 and 4. Ready, rest, 10 seconds. So get yourself down onto the floor. You got bicycle crunches for the next one. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So bicycle crunch, knee in and across the body. This is rounds number 3 and 4. Looking good, guys. Just keep moving. Move at your own pace through this one. Get that contraction. Keep that lower back pressed in, tight in against the floor. Time, 10 seconds to rest. 10 seconds to rest. So we're going again in 5 seconds already. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bicycle crunch. Off you go. Let's go. Looks good, guys. Keep going. And time. Bring yourselves up onto your feet, because your next 2, so rounds number 4 and 5, 5 and 6 are going to be alternating lunges. Okay, so you can go forward lunge, you can go reverse lunge, you can go lateral lunge. It is up to you. Ready? Off we go. Let's go. So 20 seconds of lunges, alternating legs. Looks good. Try and get that knee just to tap the floor. So just lightest touch on the floor, shouldn't be bouncing off the floor. Obviously that depends on the variation that you're doing, but none of them should have you bouncing your knees off the floor. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Rest, 10 seconds, rest for 10, rest for 10. We're looking good. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go again, let's go again. So again into those lunges, 20 seconds, just alternating the variation. So whether you go for forward lunge, reverse lunge, I quite like reverse lunge because it fires up the glutes, that helps support the knee. This is good. Last 2 rounds, guys, are going to be Supermans. Time, 10 seconds of rest. Superman, so you're going to go from the floor, belly on the floor, and you're just going to try and reach. Both hands up, relax. Both hands up, relax. So both hands, both feet off the floor. Ready? Off we go. Let's go. So both hands up and relax. So try and keep looking directly at the floor. I don't want to see you throwing your head up into it. You're trying to keep looking straight down as you do those Supermen. It's good. So you will feel time, 10 seconds of rest. One more round and we're done. One more round and we're done. Going in, 3, 2, 1, Superman, off we go. So it's that squeeze up and relax. Squeeze up and relax. Keep it under control. Don't fire yourself into it. So it's getting that gradual squeeze up, gradual release. Gradual squeeze up, gradual release. Time. Job done, guys. Job done, job done, job done. Really well done, guys, on the Zoom, doing it live. Guys on YouTube, job done. That is session number 6, I believe. If you've done them all so far, brilliant. Any feedback, let me know. Let me know on Facebook, NGPT at Permanent Performance. On Instagram, it's Neil Gallagher _coach. Let me know on either of those things, or just get in contact with me through WhatsApp, through the Spartans group, and any feedback that you guys have will be great, and I'll take it on board and see what we can move those impressions.